There's plenty to see, there's plenty to do in Miss Caroline's cupboard. Hello girls and welcome to your reading lesson. So the focus for today's lesson is going to be to compare and contrast texts. Okay? So we're going to be looking at two texts and we're going to compare and contrast them. And the way we're going to do that is by using what's called a Venn diagram. Now you might have used one of these before. We've probably used them across all kinds of lessons. It's not just for reading, it's for maths and everything, science. This is how you draw a Venn diagram. First of all, you have to take a circle. So draw one big circle. It has to be big enough that we can write inside of it. And we're going to draw a second circle, but we're going to cross them over in the middle. We have to leave space in the middle to write as well. So we draw two circles. Brilliant. Now our Venn diagram is ready. So we're going to compare two stories today, story 1 and story 2. So we can label up our Venn with story 1 on one side and story 2 on the other side. Okay, girls? Right then, so on this side, this section, and this section here, this is where we write what's contrasting about the stories, what's different about the two stories, okay? So that's what goes in those outer sections. But the inner section is what is the same, okay? What is the same in the two stories, okay? What compares to each other. So that's what we're going to write in the center section. All right, so we've got three sections: contrast, contrast, and in the middle, the things that are the same. So let's look at our two stories. Okay, here we go. Story 1. Mary has a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. And story 2. Mika has a cute black and white puppy named Bump. Bump follows Mika everywhere. Last week, Bump even followed Mika to school. Mika was sitting at his desk when Bump suddenly ran through the classroom doorway. All the other students were excited to see the puppy, but Mr. Frankel insisted that Bump had to go home. So that's our two stories, story 1 and story 2. Now let's go back to our Venn diagram. So we've got story 1 on the left, story 2 on the right. So what can we say is different about the stories? Well, the first one, Mary had a lamb, and the second one, Mika has a puppy. So that's different. That's not the same. So we have to put it in the outer sections. So story 1, we can write lamb, and story 2, we are going to write puppy. Okay, let's find something that's the same with the two stories. Let's go back to the stories. My fleece was white as snow. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb would go. And then story 2, Bump followed Mika everywhere. So the two animals in both stories followed the owners, didn't they? So that's the same in both stories. So we're going to put that in the center section. So watch me here. Followed owner everywhere. Exactly. And that is what a Venn diagram is, comparing and contrasting stories. So you can use this method to compare and contrast your texts. So I'd like you to continue using this text and fill up that Venn diagram for me using the whole text. Anything else that's the same or different, okay? Once that is done, you can take a picture of it and send it to us. And then you have questions to do. So if you press play the game and it has 5 questions for you to do, you're just going to click, open up, select the answer that you want, and once you've selected the one that you want, you can press check the answers. It's going to tell you how many you got out of 5. You can send that to me on Dojo and I will give you feedback. If you have any questions, girls, please let us know. You can re-watch the video if you need to know more about the Venn diagram. And if not, good luck and we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.